Geeked Out, Devtel Radio. Once again, my name is JQ. I got my co-worker here, my co-host, Chandler.
Co-worker?
Co-worker. I don't know where that came out. I'm surrounded by co-workers all day, so. But Chandler's here.
I am yo.
And we are now 1 week removed from Free coming back next week.
We'll have to put a seat back over here.
I know.
Again. I was getting so used to that elbow room too.
I know, it was so comfortable.
Yeah, it was.
So, anyways, we got a great show for you guys today. As always, we're just gonna, as Chandler had walked into the office, I had said we're gonna have a nice casual show today. And then he's correct on that matter.
Well, other than I'm in my usual.
That's your
branded.
Yeah.
This is me. I mean, that's just the way I am. That's the way I roll.
That's the way you roll. And
roll.
I have my Devtel hat on right now. So.
Yeah. Yeah. No. What's the shirt?
This is.
What is that? Is that your Huggy Bear shirt or something?
This is. So just for the. It's a trendy thing, I guess you could say. So Polo came out with a bunch of what they call polo bears, and then they would dress them up like the picture would be of them dressed up in actual polo clothing.
Okay.
So yeah, that was one of their.
I'm so glad I'm not in the fashion industry.
I know. It sounds weird, but this shirt didn't cost me much, right? But if you actually find they have sweaters, like actual wool knit sweaters with the bear on it, stuff like that, hundreds of dollars easily.
Holy moly!
Yeah, and it actually appreciates. It doesn't depreciate. So if you buy one for retail, you can eat, even if it's shrunk. So because they make them in kid sizes too, so they can hang out with your kids. Crazy stuff in the world of fashion.
I guess so.
So, big news from yesterday. The Captain Marvel trailer dropped.
Yeah. You know, and what was the saying? What is the slogan? Give me a second here. I'm going to pull it up because I know that here it is. Marvel sent this to me. Higher, further, faster.
Wow.
Higher, further, faster. That is the slogan they're using with their poster, where basically she's standing. The one thing that I always have to crack up about a trailer though is it's completely out of sync as far as what goes where.
Yeah.
So I'll be curious to see what falls in what position the whole bit. I saw a picture of Samuel Jackson playing Nick Fury. Now, I got the impression where maybe he was like a police detective or something.
Yeah, so from what I've read, Nick is at that point in his career with S.H.I.E.L.D., he is low on the totem pole. Yeah. Or he's middle of the road, he's still working his way up. So
and Coulson's probably there in the exact same position.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so which is crazy, what's going on, Coulson? Anyways, but yeah, so Coulson's there, Nick's there. Obviously, we talked about this after the show last week that Monica Rambeau, who is, she went by so many, she changed, one of the characters that changed their names so many times that you can't even, one of her original names was also Captain Marvel, but she did not have the blue and red suit and the star and everything. She had a black and white suit. So, but her mom is in the movie as Carol Danvers' partner in a whole, I guess you could say almost like a top.
And the mom you're talking about is her wingman.
Yeah.
So
wing woman. Yep.
There's a part of me that kind of says, okay, this I don't know why, but Green Lantern.
It already
here it is. We have Ryan Reynolds, who's what is he? He's a fighter pilot.
Yeah.
He's a fighter pilot, and he ends up basically, if you want to use it for, not even mentor. I mean, the Green Lantern before him.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. This will be interesting how this looks and plays out. But we'll see what happens. All I know is the momentum's people got excited, and I'm sure it's just going to keep going and getting bigger and bigger and bigger until the release of the movie. So which is, I want to say, what is it, March 7th, I think it is?
March 2019.
It'll be here faster than you realize.
Yeah, exactly. So
it'll be here faster than you realize.
Captain Marvel, she's being pegged as being one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
She's supposed to be more powerful than Thanos.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
She's supposed to be more powerful. That Bree Walker can kick Josh Brolin's ass. I don't know. Yeah.
We shall see.
Yeah, really. Yeah. I obviously, I mean, you have Captain Marvel rated it off.
Yeah, her crashing into a Blockbuster video.
Blockbuster video.
You know that they just totally random. Speaking of Blockbuster, oh wait, let me see. Turn this on. So they're opening up a Blockbuster video in UK, just for a little bit, just so people can reminisce and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, random, totally random. And then apparently there's one actual Blockbuster left in the US.
Okay.
And you can actually rent.
I thought it was funny because you talk about the film being based in the 90s.
Yeah.
And needless to say, it's going to now, based upon how that movie ends, you're now going to be leading of the
Phase 3.
The whole, was it? I'm trying to think. The story arc that they're called that's going on now is this phase into phase 4. And I know the chatter I've been hearing is that Marvel's excited because now this is really going to, while they were able to go into space with Guardians of the Galaxy, with Captain Marvel coming into play now, this is going to really open up
different opportunities.
It's gonna be interesting to see where it goes. 2019, 2020.
Yeah. There's Quasar. There's Nova, like the Earth Nova, not the Nova,
not the Nova Corps, yeah,
not the Nova Corps. Man, even Silver Surfer
with Fox finishes up because he's part of the Fantastic Four universe.
Yeah, but at this point, I mean, we could pretty much.
Oh, and again, between the X-Men and Avenger universe.
Oh my God.
The X-Men Avenger universe crossover will be huge. And now coming up to Avenger 4 was big. Oh man, I can only imagine what the wait will be for the X-Men Avenger crossover. That's going to be insane.
You know what's going to happen is that you're going to have all these, but they are like if they were true fans, they know that it could definitely be better, right? And the only way that they'll get better is if they bring them in.
Just like at some point you're gonna see Spider-Man and Fantastic Four coming together.
Oh, that's another one too, man.
The Fantastic Five.
There you go.
Abilities are gonna be popping up.
Yep.
And what's gonna be interesting is seeing what they do as far as movies, and then what they do with TV that deal with the X-Men universe.
Oh,
or dabble in the X-Men universe. Gifted
and Legion. Yeah.
So and universe.
It's a done deal.
Look out. Look out. Netflix will never be the same again.
Yeah. Oh.
Netflix might as well change its name to Marvel.
Whole shows. I mean, regardless if it's, Luke Cage.
Daredevil, Luke Cage.
Punisher. Jessica Jones.
What a difference.
Oh, really?
What a huge difference
I haven't even
between
finished
season 1 and season 2.
See, look at De Niro. He's like, yeah.
Yeah, you already binge watched it, didn't you? Yeah.
I'm going to finish up Luke Cage season 2. And as soon as I'm done with that, I'm going to go start on Iron Fist season 2. But here's the thing. I read somewhere, and I don't know how true this is, I will not cross over into the movies at all. Like you'll never see like a cameo from Daredevil in whatever movie that.
I find that hard to believe. A crossing at some time. I don't know. We'll have to. It's kind of like. When it does happen though, I simply say this: Marvel, please. In the case of the Flash, go with a different actor to play Flash than the guy who's playing it on the TV show. Please stick with your cast.
Yeah, I mean, like
think it'll be an issue.
when they made that casting for, I mean, let's get into that for a little bit. When they made that, but then like he went
And he knows the character.
and he knows the character.
Yeah,
And like, God, they're just
they are.
their stuff is amazing.
That, well, you know, I've said this from day one, is that I honestly think DC has excelled. Their TV shows has done a better. But then again, Marvel, you know, let's see what happens with is, you know, Daredevil and Luke Cage, and basically you're talking about the Defenders.
Yeah.
And at some point, you've got to have, and the you know, the crossovers and stuff,
Yeah.
and they're talking about, you know, this season's crossover is going to be huge.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be huge because it's going to introduce a new character into the DC TV universe and everything.
And then like I don't know if how true this news is, but Henry Cavill, who plays Superman, apparently has stepped down from the role.
Nope.
Well, see, that's
all made up. Really, you think about it, it makes perfect sense. I mean, what better way to get people to talk during a downtime in the DC universe than to bring up something like this, and then go, no.
What is DC doing to make the shows better or the movies better? You know, I mean, it's always been.
I think first thing they need to get a front man, and what I mean by that is just like
Feige, like Kevin
yes,
Feige.
I'm talking about the man who runs the company, runs the direction, runs the idea.
Yeah.
That's what DC has to get, and they just don't have it. I guess theoretically, Jeff, you know, and the thing also is Jeff Johns obviously is his talent is indisputed as far as a writer.
Yeah.
But the question is how well type of vision than just the writer. So
yeah,
it'll be interesting.
Oh man! So look at this. How long have we been at movies?
Yep.
See, it's already 2:20. Look at that.
Yeah, it's already. So
yeah.
Speaking of movies, and this kind of goes right into Desert Wind on online or through our website. You'll notice that this past weekend, we announced 15 private. The creator signings. We have Jim Lee, which not only we signed with Jim, but he's also doing remarks.
Oh.
So,
eat your heart out, everybody.
Yeah, if you're interested in getting a remark, or if you're wondering what a remarks are like almost a quarter to a third of a page. It's insane. I had customers that took part of. They got a couple of remarks from Jim when we did the signing. Signed it with Jim with remarks. We've signed it with Joe Quesada with remarks.
Nice.
John Jr. We're going to be doing remarks with John Jr. For those of you that are Walking Dead fans, we have Charlie Adler. We have our signing with Ryan Stegman that's going on.
Nice.
So, you know, that's what we have as far as comic creators. Now, let's talk about. But first guest that we're signing with is Lee Pace, who played Ronan the Accuser.
Yep. Oh, nice.
So, and being that Ronan's going to be in the Captain Marvel movie, so I mean he's now been in 4 movies.
No. Because remember at the end of one, like they had the Power Stone and they demolished him.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Okay, so he was in 1. He was in the Avengers. And then
was he? I can't remember.
I could be wrong. I thought he was in the Avengers. Yeah. And then obviously he's going to be in the Captain Marvel movie.
We can definitely pull up IMDb right now.
IMDb. But it's Zazie Beetz, who plays Domino.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, played Domino in Deadpool.
Deadpool.
We're signing with her. We're signing with, and again.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Hey Jeff, I can't hear myself at all in my headphones. At all. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2.
I hear you.
I can't hear myself still. Hold on.
I hear you.
Maybe that. 1, 2.
Oh yeah, I hear you. Okay. But it's Deanna Gurari who plays Michonne.
Yeah.
And she also plays Akono, who was
one of the
she was the head. She was like the head bodyguard in Black Panther.
Black Panther, yes.
Yeah, and it's not. You don't have to send in books that are just those characters. I mean, if you have some of these actors that have played other characters, and when I get to one in a minute, you'll realize what I'm talking about. But we have Tom Hiddleston, who plays Zachary Levi, who's playing Shazam.
Oh yeah.
Now that brings up an interesting conversation, because when we were getting our posts ready to go, and I had my social media girl taking care of getting the posts written and together, she originally wrote the material for Zachary. She was technically
right.
correct, yeah. She was technically correct, and then they changed it to Shazam, and then Captain Marvel, so is been known in the Marvel universe for 40 years now. Then, of course, we're signing with the King of the Oceans, Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa, who's playing Aquaman.
My stunt double.
So your stunt double, okay. We're signing with Jason. Now, this next guy, I give a very...
And why is that? Who is he?
You do not want to piss off this guy, because you won't like him if he's playing. We're talking about Mark Ruffalo, who's playing the Hulk. Mark, who plays the Hulk. So we'll be signed with Mark. And then, of course, the man who everyone, loves to love, about where you could technically actually send some other books for, because don't forget, he also originally played Johnny Storm in the original Fantastic Four movie. Last but not least, and this is the one that if this doesn't get you hot out of your seat, I don't know what will. But I actually mentioned his name a little earlier, and it'll be interesting to see who takes it. My understanding is that this signing may be the only signing he does for a long time, for two reasons. One, from what I understand, his wife is pregnant.
Oh.
So he's not going to be... He has a very busy professional film schedule. And the actor I'm talking about is Josh Brolin, who plays Thanos.
Oh.
I'm really... If you're a Deadpool fan, boom. Or that Iron Man 55, first appearance of Thanos. Where we're going to be signing with him, we're also going to be seeing Jim Starlin.
Oh, man.
Who is the original creator of Thanos.
Yeah.
We're going to be seeing Ron Lim, who...
Nice.
Who worked on Thanos stories as well. Yeah, so some great signing opportunities coming up, and all I can say is go to the Desert Wind website or go to the Celestial website, and the information is there. The deadline for a couple weeks, so make sure, unless you're going to be at either Baltimore or New York, which we will be taking submissions for. See here, we have Ronan the Accuser, who could sign an Avenger book.
Yep.
We have Elizabeth Olsen, an Avenger book. We have Deanna, who could sign Tom. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people who could sign an Avenger comic book or a poster or whatever it is. You have to, when are you going to get an opportunity to get that many people at one time?
Sure.
Oh, that's right. I meant to do this, and I forgot to do this, and that is, with this kind of star power, I have to get myself prepared.
Put the shades.
I don't get blinded.
So, since we're talking about signings, real briefly, and we're going to try and make it real brief. Explain to the people who don't know, like, what happens when you after you get stuff signed, or even that special book that, like, when you want to go and CGC something, what kind of cost do you?
Well, basically, there's two ways of doing this. Okay, you have some people that they'll do is they'll get the item signed and they don't want it to be graded. And what we'll do is whether it's a comic book or whether it's a Captain America shield or whether it's a poster or whatever, we have a COA that we will that we make out that basically states who signed it, where they signed it, and when they signed it, and that goes with the item. And the cost on that is going to be anywhere from, if you're going to send me a comic book that's a $2.95 comic book, then it's going to cost you $20 for us to get it signed. Now, I do have to tell you, if it's by a celebrities, there is a separate fee for that, because the simple fact is, you know how long it gets signed by a celebrity, and I could end up having one of my employees or witnesses having to stand in line for 2 or 3 hours to get that one signature.
Yeah. So I mean, you got to.
Anyway,
you got to make
we have a 20. If you want your book to be graded by CGC, then you're looking at cost-wise. We charge for a modern tier book. We charge $42, which includes CGC grading. It includes our witnessing, any of the signing fees by either the creator or the celebrity or anything like that. That's just the grading and the witnessing fee.
So if you're, let's say you're getting a book by Chris Evans signed, or like
I'm sorry to cut you off there, but to make it simple, if you go to the Celestial Comics website, Celestial is the actual information on the event schedule. The pricing that we have there, that includes the CGC grade by Chris, and it's witnessed, and that this includes the celebrity signing fee, the CGC grading as a modern tier.
Wow. But you get it, and it's authentic, and it's got all the bells and whistles to make it a
copy put up on the wall, and you maybe have the Avenger poster next to it, and you've got something. You have some conversation pieces right there.
Oh yeah.
You get yourself an Avenger poster.
Mm-hmm.
For the movie from this year, you get that poster signed by these. It's like holy Toledo.
Yeah.
You're of others, but still, that's a hell of a start.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But it's also, I'll be honest with you, it's also a hell of a third or fourth signature on there. I'd have to have a bodyguard watch the poster or whatever it is we're getting signed.
That's so crazy, man. But you know what? It's a great there's that walkway that goes that connects Mandalay and Luxor. There's they have shops in there. There's a space that sells movie posters. It's just so cool to see those things, man.
And I'll tell you, I mean, some of these companies, they create some really nice showpieces, because they'll have what is a single frame of an actual film print.
Yeah.
And it's all made into one beautiful decorative piece. Again, it's a conversation starter that goes on the wall. I would say there's probably at least one booth like that at any major show, any major comic book, media convention across the country. So
those things are just.
I will kind of warn you about is that you have to ask yourself about the authenticity of the signatures, because what is being offered to actually show the GC, who is known in the business as far as getting stuff signed. So if it's documented by a recognized company, then they would be a little more weary about that, because I'll give you an example. I have someone that sent us about a half a dozen books that were supposed to be signed by a particular comic creator who did a store signing, and the book showed up in our office, and basically pictures that are easily found on the internet, both CGC graded stuff, and we were able to compare the signature. Not even close.
Oh wow!
Not even close.
Wow.
So I called the customer. I said, "Where did these books come to? A CGC witness there?" And he says, "Well, I don't know. He claimed that that these were all legit." And I said, "Well, these signatures don't look anything like this particular creator's signature." So I'm actually returning the books to the customer and saying, "Here," because there's nothing I can do with them.
Yeah.
So anyway, the signature market, you have to be real careful, because there's a lot of forgeries out there. The fact is that you have plenty of people, comic creator, and there's plenty of people who are willing to take advantage of that. Again, find yourself a reputable company and stick with that company, someone who is known throughout the industry, and you stand.
Speaking of all the hullabaloo with celebrities and all that stuff, we gotta get hyped for the Great American Comic Con.
We do. It's
So we got before we start, let's see how much time we got left because we got about 15. We got about 20 minutes.
You know, again, I'm excited. We're actually Mark Guggenheim and
Flash?
No. Legends of Tomorrow. So he's coming to the show.
Nice.
And he's be doing some panels and stuff.
So don't totally give it away, but yeah, just tell me over text who you got, and I was like, what?
Well, I don't give me the initials of the individual.
Oh man, if I give the initials right now, everybody online and everybody on YouTube and
CE.
Do I have to show you the text?
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to show you the text because you showed that to me and I was like, hey, shut up, don't lie.
What did I say?
No. I assumed when you said celebrity signings, I thought you were talking about the show, but you're talking about the opportunities that Des Wins has for.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh
my God.
Man.
No, I'll tell you.
Because I saw Chris Evans and Josh.
You know, honestly, if I had a comic book convention,
Yeah.
Bringing in celebrity guests like that, I don't know would be in the best interest of the show, because when you have a celebrity like out of your pocket to get that autograph, if not higher, exhibitors that paid money to be there to sell their wares, the artists that are in Artist Alley who are there trying to sell their stuff, and the problem is you have fans that are showing up, they're spending all their money with. What I'd like to see happen is I'd like to see a pop culture celebrity based show by itself.
Yeah.
By itself. And I'm thinking a cool time of the year for that would be probably like there's one show that I think actually might be able to fit that, depending on how they want to position themselves. There's a show that goes on already in Las Vegas, and it's called Level Up.
Oh yeah.
Themselves. I know they want to cross over and bring in some comic guests, but I know what they'd love to do is they'd love to bring in. They've already brought in some celebrity guests, and they want to elevate those celebrities even higher. So I think that would probably be a good show for that to happen. Do you show your loyalty to the exhibitors who are paying the money for the booth space there, and for the Artist Alley people who are paying the money to have their tough call?
All right, so let's get back to it then. Who else do you have coming for Great American Comic Con?
Well, let's see. We got Tom DeFalco coming out.
Yes.
Tom. You look at Tom, co-created several characters. I don't think he's been to the West Coast in years and years. I know he's never been to Las Vegas for a show. That I know for sure. So, co-creator of Black Lightning.
No relation to Free.
No relation. But he's going to be coming out, and so basically anyone who's a fan of Black Lightning, half our guests have never been to Las Vegas. So
wow.
To me, that's an important thing from me being a promoter. That's something that's important for me when it comes to booking my guests, is that I want to bring people that have never been here. But more importantly is for the fans. Given the fans, because let's face it, most fans that live in Las Vegas don't have the opportunity to go to these comic book conventions across these comic creators. So what it comes down to is their opportunity to see these guys would be only if we bring them out here. And so that's part of what my goal is as a promoter, is always to have a guest list that is nice. We have Tim Bradstreet, who's coming back. We have Alan Bellman.
Yes.
We have Alan Bellman.
Did you ever give him the DVDs that I made for him?
Yeah.
Awesome. Did he?
I don't know. I handed them to him.
Nice.
Who were coming back, simply because fans enjoyed having them here, and so you're going to see a nice mixture of new people and a couple of old people, and comics.
Yeah.
And that's what our heart is, and that's where our theme is. And you know, if you haven't bought a ticket, there are tickets available all over the place.
Let them know about the group.
GACCLV.com. The VIP tickets are going up this weekend. And so
What's included in the VIP ticket?
Okay, well, here's how I work the VIP ticket. The reason for it is because I will have VIP tickets that are specific to a particular creator, and it may be specific to a specific day. And so, in a case like that, what does someone do if they want to be at the show both days, but they want a VIP ticket that's for...
that makes sense.
But yeah, basically VIP, number one, it'll get you in at least 30 minutes early. It's going to get you front of the line passes, meaning that you get in when it comes to signings, a VIP pass, and that you'll be able to step up to the front of the line. Okay. VIP ticket also is going to get you into the first 3 rows of it. Nothing I can do about that, but other than we'll try to find you a chair somewhere. But you know, those are some of the things. It's also going to include a T-shirt as a VIP ticket.
That is a good VIP package.
So.
That's good, man. That's good because I've in the past I've purchased VIP tickets with other.
I mean, and each thing is kind of thought out. I mean, number one, you have the memorabilia, the T-shirt, and the print, which the print you can take around to the different. If it is a convention print, that the creators will assign that for free. Because you know that's something that we plan on having program guides, and I'm also going to ask the creators if they would also please oblige by signing the program guide for free as well. Now, I can only ask them to do that. I can't force them, you know. Yeah. But a T-shirt in the print that's more of a memorabilia thing. The getting in early, that's huge for people who are looking to get certain creators that are going to have. And what's also important about that is it gets you in early enough so that you can get on that sketch list.
Oh yeah, that's
huge.
Huge.
Each artist is going to have a sketch list, and where a creator is going to draw a piece for you. And I can tell you those sketch lists fill up fast. They fill up fast. So having that front of the line pass, getting in at least a half hour early, it gives you the opportunity to get on that list.
And how many more special guests do you have lined up that you haven't announced yet?
I do have I actually have a couple of celebrity guests, but they're
Tommy Walker.
No,
I really want Tommy there.
He has a new series he's working on right now. Yeah. He's also got a movie he's working on. So I'm really happy for him that he's as busy as he is. I from their production schedules.
Okay.
I can tell you one celebrity has a TV show that is on Sci-Fi.
Nice.
And very popular show. I will tell you his initials. The other gentleman, his initials are LH, and again, we're waiting to hear about his work schedule in the movie industry. Both these guys are really low, so they're very reasonable. They're very fan friendly, and both of them have worked as characters in books, so that it's going to help encourage people to that they're able to sign. So from that respect, I'm holding true to what I'm trying to do, and that is I'm trying to make sure that the exhibitors are able to make money by selling them. It's a small enough dollar that's not going to empty out the fans' pockets.
Very nice.
And so I'm hoping that we will have these announced within the next week to 2 weeks.
Cool. As far as Great American Comic Con.
Oh man.
So I'm sure you've been just.
Well, all I can say is if Artist Alley, if you're a local fan, if you're a local artist, you've not signed up for our Artist Alley booth. What are you waiting for? Our last show, we actually had people wait till the last minute, and we're like, sorry, we're already full. We're already sold out.
Yeah.
Same thing with exhibitors. Exhibitor space is filling up, so don't wait. Wait fast.
And Geeked Out will make an appearance.
Yeah. Geeked Out. We're working on that and looking to have I think a live broadcast from from our guests and stuff like that. Yeah. Really, it's I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. So and everything that's going on at the show that's going on at the convention here on the show.
I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Yep.
I've always looked forward to it, and I was like, oh man, I gotta wait. No, because I don't know if you probably do know. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh.
Your show was the very first show that I actually sat down at a table and drew for people.
And if I remember correctly, I think we actually we came across some pictures of you during that show.
Oh, I'm sure I did. I didn't even have a legit art, tote with all my
You didn't have your kit with you.
I didn't have my kit with. Well, what I had was I'm just gonna pick it up and bring it with me, and then I'm just gonna start drawing next to free. So.
And since that time, you have grown as a
I have
creator.
blossomed like a butterfly.
Now, again, if you haven't gotten your tickets, get your tickets for the show.
Yeah.
For those of you out there that are first responders to the different unions, whether it's law enforcement, whether it's firefighters, or as well as the military, that we have a very special $5 ticket for
beautiful.
first responders, which again, long fall in that category, $5 to get in the door. And all we're asking you to do is present your ID, show your proper ID, get in the door of the show to save a few bucks. But so go again, we sent information out to the different unions about this $5 ticket for
that we can give them. So with that being said, we were actually, because like the last 2 weeks we've been doing an hour and a half, like easily, like just talking, but
okay.
So with that being said, that is it for our show, folks.
Glad
Thanks
I
for
didn't
tuning in.
overshoot.
Yeah. What happened? Again, thanks for tuning in, folks. Shout out to our folks on YouTube Live that tuned in, on Facebook, Geeked Out LV, Instagram, Geeked Out LV.
Yep.
And Twitter too.
Twitter.
So we're all there. Yeah, just hit us up.
Social media across the board.
All across the board. Geeked Out LV. Anyway.
And we'll see Free joining us next week.
Oh man, I can't wait. It's about this is.
I know you pretty much got tired of talking to me, didn't you?
No. I mean, this is cool, but we need that third voice in here. So, anyways, that's it for our show, folks.